afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, Chair.
Good afternoon, Chair.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So guys, please turn your camera on if the electricity on and the Wi-Fi is okay. So shall we start now?
Yes, Chair.
So yesterday we have finished up to number 7, right? So we have to move to the reading test, drought in East Africa today. So before we read the test, we will discuss the question here. Why is water important for life? So why water is important for our life? How do you think?
Because we can live many days without water.
We can't live without water for drink, right? And is there any other reason that we need water?
Yeah, there are like a lot of ways we can use.
To stay hydrated, I guess.
I think because they had to drink.
Okay. And maybe you can continue.
Oh, I was saying that we can use water in so many ways. Like we have to shower.
Yes.
We need to wash things, you know.
You can wash things like wash clothes, dishes, for example, right? And have to take shower, and we have to drink, right? And even the plants need water to grow, right? So that is why water is really important for people, right? Without water, we can't live without it, right? We will be in a big trouble without water. Okay, so we'll move to reading now. So read this report by Action 8, and you have to answer this question after reading that. So the question is, why do you think it was written? So you have to read this and you have to find the intention of writing this report. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes,
do we need to read all?
of course, you have to read all and you have to answer the question after that. So did you get the answers for this question? Have you finished reading this?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so why do you think it was written? What is the intention of writing this report? How do you think?
To spread the awareness.
To get the awareness? Yes. And is there any other reason?
To let the people know, get the realization of how the situations in that place, and to get some supports and help from.
Yeah, so there are two things, right? To get the awareness, right, all over the world, and they can also get help from over the world, right? So that is the intentions of writing this report. So people can find out that there are difficulties in that area and they can help in any other way, right? So that is the intention. So we'll move to vocabulary part here. So work with a partner and find these words in this report and work out their meanings from the context. If you're not unsure, use the dictionary. So you have to give their definitions. Okay, what does they mean? So you have to tell me. So severe, what does that mean, severe here?
She is a girl.
Severe. So you have
Oh,
to
wait,
give the words, you have to
Yes.
find that word in the context and you have to tell me what is that meaning.
Extremely serious.
Yes, extremely. So we can say severe is kind of serious or extreme, right? So how about drought? What does that mean, drought?
Natural disaster.
Natural disaster. And what kind of natural disaster is that?
Where
Like where there's like no water left,
Yeah,
water
there is
shortage.
no-
Like,
there is no rain, right? Drought means there is no rain for months, right?
and the ground
Sometimes
had
it's
cracked.
like in over 6 years. So it has been a long time that there is no rain. So they have no water, right, to drink.
Teacher,
So-
is there no water in Africa?
Yes, if there is a drought for a long time, there is no water. So
I think
other
there's no
countries have to help them.
I think there's no river in.
Huh?
I think there's no river in Africa.
Maybe. So how about urgent? What does that mean, urgent?
in hurry.
In a hurry or immediately or emergency? right? So there is urgent. So how about malnourished? What does that mean, malnourished?
Lack of nutrient.
Lack of nutrients.
Lack of nutrition, yes. They don't have enough nutrition, right? As they don't have enough water and enough food, so they will be like malnourished. So they don't have enough nutrition for the body, right? So how about circumstances? What is the circumstances?
A continuous effect. That drought. Like that.
Yes, that situation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. So we'll move to reading. Read the report again and answer this question. So this time we'll answer the question. So we'll do number 3, and after that we'll chat together. So have you finished number 3?
Not yet, Chair.
Not yet, okay. So Yeonwei, are you there? Okay. It is are you there?
Chair, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Okay. Yi Song.
Yes.
Teacher, I'm
Yes. Okay. Top Han, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. Sui Lun, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. Hey San, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Sudara, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. And Hong Ya Fine Du, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Ru, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Sen, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Lei Jie, are you there?
Yes, Chair. Hello. Can you hear me, Chair?
I hardly can hear you. Like your voice is so low. Can you speak louder to me?
Yes, Chair. I'm here. Hello.
Um, can you turn your camera on me? Okay, thank you. Hey Sui, are you there?
I'm here, Chair.
Okay, Yu Mo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, teacher.
Okay, Chen King, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Gao Mie, are you there? Gao Mie, are you there? Okay. Ji Song Chong, are you there?
Yes, Chair.
Okay, San Du Han, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Susano, are you there?
I'm here, Chair.
Okay. It's not okay. He is not okay with his mind. So who is he, Dao Han?
Ông có nghe Chair.
Gao Mie. Okay, so he is there, right? So Gao Mie, if it is okay for you, please turn your camera on, okay? So I can see you guys, as I can't hear you. So everyone, have you finished number 3?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So what is the crisis described in the report and who has it affect? So what is the crisis described in the report?
Starvation and drought.
Drought, yes.
Please interrupt.
Severe drought, right? A severe drought has been mentioned, right? Has been described in the passage. So who got it affect?
teacher.
African people.
Yes, the people from East African countries, right? So the answer is right here. The severe
Teacher.
drought has been mentioned, and the people from East African countries got affected, right? Who called me? Yeah, well, okay.
Me. I'm here.
I'm here. Okay, I actually I hear you. Okay. So how about number 2? Number 2 is how has the crisis affected Sabria and her family? So how has it affected to their family?
Their
They lost their
and also their like in food.
Yes, the
categories.
lack of food and
They
their
lost animals.
yes, their animals died because of the drought, right? So and they're short of food and they're short of water, right? So this is how it affected to their family, right? Okay. So how about number 3? How are people surviving? So how are they surviving?
What the food that charity gave?
Charity
among
give
the-
maize, beans, and porridge and cooking
Yes, the
oil.
answer is right here, right? So we live on the food that charity gives us. So we can answer like the people are surviving by getting the help from the charity, right? From the help of the charity, they're surviving.
Teacher, what is charity?
Ah, you don't know the charity?
Yeah.
Charity means it's kind of like organization that help people. So that is charity. Got it? Okay. So we'll move to number 4. Is the situation going to improve in the near future? So how do you think? Will it improve in the near future?
We go to
Just if they get enough support from the charity.
Yes, if they get enough support, the situation can get better in the near future, right? If not, it will get worse again, right? So they need help. All they need is help from the charities. And how about number 5? How does the report end and why do you think it ends in this way? So how it is ended?
It's end in a unsure way, and I think it's because the situation is not getting any better at that time.
So, but actually, despite such extreme circumstances, right? So, set aside from these extreme circumstances, so that situation is happening there. So, it ends with expressing serious hope for the future, right? So, why do you think that it ends like that? How do you think? Why it ends like that?
To get more people to help them because people are gonna like empathize on the kids. I don't know.
Yes. So we can also say like that, right? Actually, even the situation is getting worse, they still have hope for the future, right? So that is why we should help to that people, right? So that is why it ended like that, because they also have their hope for the future, right? So we have to support that kind of people. Yes. So that is the reason why it ends like that. So everyone, have you got all the answers for number 3?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll move to number 4. Rewrite the sentences using the structure in brackets. So before doing number 4, we will move to use of English, despite and in spite of. So do you know these words? Despite, in spite of, what are they?
like although.
Although, same with although. So actually it is conjunction, right? To introduce a contrast. So whatever you are presenting a contrast idea of something, you can use in spite of or despite, right? So they have the same grammar feature. So in spite of or despite, the charity effort 5 million people are in urgent need of food. So it has the same sense with although, right? So despite the charity effort, so they still need help like that. So there is contrast, two contrast idea, right? So you have to use in spite of, despite to express a contrast idea. And after despite or in spite of, we use a noun or noun phrase. So we only have to follow noun or noun phrase or pronoun or ing form. So actually they are a noun, right? So after despite and in spite of, we have to follow a noun. So it can be a noun phrase, it can be a gerund noun, or it can also be a pronoun, or it can also be a noun phrase. Got it? Okay, so we'll do number 4 now. So rewrite the sentence using the structure. So you have to rewrite the sentences by using despite and in spite of. And you have to follow the pattern. Despite of plus the ing form, in spite of plus noun phrase. So you have to follow this. So for example, like although they were hungry, the children managed to sleep. So the answer is despite being hungry, the children managed to sleep. So just like that, you have to write the sentences by using despite and in spite of. And after that, we will check together, okay? So have you finished number 4?
Upper left chair.
Okay.
Finish chair.
Okay. So how about the others? Have you finished number 4?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, chair.
Okay, then we'll check together. So for number 2, you have to use in spite of plus noun phrase. So although there is a severe drought, Sabir and her family have some water to drink. So how can we read the sentence?
In spite of the severe drought, Sabria and her family have some water to drink.
Yes, in spite of a severe drought, Sabir and her family have some water to drink. Correct. So how about 3? Although she doesn't go to school at the moment, Sabria hopes to return in the future. So you have to use despite plus ing form. So despite
Despite going to
school at the moment, Sabria is not going to school at the moment.
yes, despite not going to school at the moment. So she doesn't have to go to school, right? So despite not going to school at the moment, Sabria hope for return in the future. Hope to return in the future, correct. And for although they have these problems and they remain positive, so you have to use in spite of plus pronoun. So in spite of
Them having these problems.
despite of these problems, right? You just say these problems. So in spite of these problems, they remain positive, right? So number 5, although they will have to look after their animal, there is nothing people can do when there is no rain. So despite plus ing form.
Despite working hard.
Yes, despite working hard to look after their animals, there is nothing people can do when there is no rain. So have you got all the answers for number 4?
Yes, chair.
So can you use despite and in spite of in your sentence? In your own sentence? Can you use?
Yes.
So you have to memorize that only noun phrase can noun phrase, gerund noun, and pronoun can follow after in spite of, right? So what if we want to use a full sentence after them? What can we use?
So can you say that again, please?
ကျတော့ကခုက in spite of နဲ့ despite ရဲ့နောက်မှာကျွန်တော် noun phrase လို့ noun လို့ pronoun လို့ verb ing ကိုလိုက်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အနောက်မှာ sentence တစ်ကြောင်းလုံး in spite တို့ despite တို့နဲ့တွဲသုံးချင်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်ဘယ်လိုလုပ်ရလဲဆိုတော့
Teacher,
Yes,
we can hear well.
you can hear well. How about the others? Can you hear my voice?
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes. အဲ့ဆိုရဲဝင်သားဟို speaker ကိုသားအတန်လျှော့ထားတယ် speaker မှာတန်ချဲ့လိုက်နော်တင်တဲ့လူကြားရတယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်သား speaker ကချိန်တာဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဆို despite တို့ in spite တို့ကိုလည်းအနောက်က full sentence နဲ့သုံးလို့ရတယ်ဆိုတော့ပုံစံပြောင်းပြီးသုံးလို့ရတယ်အနောက်ကအကယ်၍ကျွန်တော် despite လည်းသုံးချင်တယ်အနောက်က sentence တစ်ချောင်းလေးလိုက်ချင်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် despite the fact that သုံးလို့ရတယ်ဒါဝယ်မှာ despite the fact that despite the fact that ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်နောက်က sentence အပြည့်လိုက်လို့ရတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ despite တစ်လုံးနဲ့ဖြတ်သုံးမယ်ဆိုရင် despite လောက်မှာကျွန်တော် phrase လိုက်တယ်ဒါမယ်နော် Okay, so you have to make your own sentence by using in spite of and despite. So you have to write 2 sentences. One you have to use in spite of, and the other you have to use despite. And you have to follow these patterns. Okay. So I'll give you 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes to write down the sentences. After that, I will ask you guys one by one. So have you finished making sentences?
Yes, Chair.
Really?
Yes. Okay. So I want to start with maybe.
Despite raining heavily, she still goes out. In spite of the help of her teacher, she did well in the exam.
Okay, thank you, Nikki. So can you call next one?
Su Lwin.
Lwin.
Despite the pandemic and the country situation, we still have online classes to continue our lessons. In spite of the rain, they still went out.
Okay, thank you. So Lwin, can you choose next one?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Wait, I'm nearly finished. I'm just thinking of in spite of, that's fine. Sorry.
Okay, so Lwin, can you choose another one instead?
Lwin.
Lwin. Have you finished? And Lwin, are you there? Lwin, are you there? Okay, then I'll choose instead. James.
Chair, one sentence left. Chair.
Huh?
One sentence left. Chair.
Oh, one sentence left. Okay, just tell your one sentence. It's okay.
Okay. Despite raining heavily, the math teacher came to the school.
So you guys are talking about the rain. That is a rainy season. Okay, so James, can you pick up next? James.
Yes. Sudara.
Sudara, okay.
Despite having no free time, my family still went swimming. And in spite of my elbow injury, I still managed to be a bit happy.
Okay, thank you. So can you choose next one?
Hazen.
Hazen.
Hello, Chair. Are you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
In spite of being ambidextrous, she lived in a very small flat, and despite studying a lot, he didn't not pass the exam.
Okay, thank you. So can you choose next one?
I choose double hand.
Double hand.
Despite them being sleepy, I have continued to have a lesson. In spite of the situation, they're still happy.
Okay, thank you. So can you pick up next one?
Haters.
Daniel.
I mean haters. Hey, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Okay. Despite the cold, my vacation was a lot of fun.
Yes.
In spite of their quarrel, they remain the best of friends.
Okay. So can you pick up next one now?
Ông tên gì?
In spite of applying many jobs, she is out of work. Despite getting illness, they are doing their homework.
Okay, thank you. So can you pick up next?
Su Lwin.
Su Lwin has finished.
1.4죠.
1.4.
Yes, Chair. In spite of experiments, the doctors didn't give up on finding the vaccine to the serious virus. And despite getting the diploma of art, paintings were not that good.
Okay, thank you. So can you pick up next?
EP.
Despite having a bad Wi-Fi, I can stay long online without many problems. In spite of heavy rain, she still decided to go outside.
Okay, thank you. So can you pick up next?
Seasonal.
Seasonal. Seasonal, are you there? Seasonal, are you there? I don't see her here.
Yo như mọi người.
chủ nhiệm mẫu, okay, chủ nhiệm mẫu.
Yes. In spite of her failure to join her dream high school, she still thinks in a positive way and even try harder. Despite being a top student, he still helps people with their lesson in his free time.
Okay, thank you. So can you choose next one?
The door.
The role.
Yes, despite the law, people still continues to use the phone while driving. In spite of getting injured, he still managed to win the game.
Okay. So can you
Daniel.
choose next one?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Okay. Despite of playing games and wasting times, Johnny spent his time reading guide novels. And in spite of the rain, he didn't take the umbrella to his destination.
Okay. So can you pick up next one?
Who left, teacher?
I think so many left, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And despite having forest for a long time, it's becoming too bad for your health. And in spite of raining heavily outside, she went to school.
Okay. So can you pick up next?
Who's left here?
Hmm?
Who's left here?
Who left? Like stand to hand, is on turn. Left. Yeah.
Stand to hand.
Stand to hand.
Despite having a speech disorder, he managed to become a famous singer. In spite of crashing into a pole, the car still works fine.
Okay, thank you. So can you pick up next?
Who's left?
Is on turn. And I think one more. Yeah, you can copy something then.
别总团.
Is on turn, are you there? Okay.
Yes. Despite all the hours of practicing and training, we lost the game. And I like people who make me laugh in spite of my.
In spite of?
Myself.
Okay. So Nathan, have you finished?
Yes, I am finished.
You have finished. Okay, so who left then?
Me.
Me, who is me?
Chisanuj.
Oh, just a no. Okay, I thought you have finished. Okay, so it's your turn now.
Despite being tired, plan to work hard. In spite of drought, they still alive.
In spite of drought, they stay alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So has everyone finished? Who left? I think everyone has finished, right? Okay, so can you use despite and in spite of well now?
Yes, Chair.
Yes, Chair.
So we'll move to speaking part. So walk in groups and discuss the problems that are caused by droughts. Look back at the ancient age report to help you. So you may also include the ideas. So instead of talking about the problems and the solution, we'll discuss the vocabulary. So what is dehydration? What does that mean, dehydration?
Lack of water.
Getting enough water.
Yes, you didn't get enough water. So if you are dehydrated, right? So it is dehydration. So if you don't have enough water, so that is dehydration. So how about for mine?
It's kind of a
That's the
disaster.
answer though.
Serious lack of food means lack of food. It is quite serious, right? So that is for mine.
Yeah.
And how do we call this in our language? How can we translate this word in our language?
Asachote.
Asachote ဆိုတော့ no knowledge, right? အာဟာရချုပ်တယ်။ဆိုတော့ for mine ကျတော့ဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲ။
ငါပြပြထား
အညက်ပေး yes အညက်ပေးငတ်မခေါင်းပေါင်းဘူးအညက်ပေးဆိုတော့လုပ်ပြန်နော်။အဲ့တော့ serious lack of food လို့ပြောတာတော့ညက်နေပြီပေါ့အဲ့တော့အညက်ပေးဒါမှမဟုတ်ရှင်ငတ်မခေါင်းပေါင်းမှု so we can translate like that. And malnourishment, and we already discussed about that one, right? And there is a disease. So what kind of disease can happen if there is a drought? Malnourished, yes, and
Dehydration.
Dehydration.
Yes, dehydration. And is there any other disease that we have to suffer? That's it?
I think there are a lot, but I don't know.
That I don't know. Okay, there may be some consequences, right? Because of lack of water, and there may be like so many kind of diseases, yes, and we don't know that exactly, but there may be diseases, right? Because they are lack of food and they are lack of water, right? Okay, so for writing, write a short information leaflet for action A, telling people about the drought in East Africa or about another serious situation. So you don't need to use full sentences. You can use no form and use no more than 50 words. Okay, so that is the homework for you. So you have to give this next week. So is that okay?
Yes,
Is
teacher.
that okay, everyone? Okay, so that is the homework for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe can you say something? Or
Yes.
yes.
We only like a disease from East Africa or like any situation.
You can write only the summary of this one, or if you want to present another problem, you can write.
Oh,
but
okay.
you have to write into no form, and your word limitation is only 50 words. You can exceed 50 words. That's it. So is that okay?
Yes, yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, then we'll move to next page, which is raising money for charity. So the first question that we need to discuss is when and why do people raise money for charity? So why do people raise money for charity? Can you give me example? Hello? Can you give me example? Why do people raise money for charity? Why do they do that?
To rescue people from disasters.
Yes. Daniel, you are saying something, and Nivia, can you are saying something? So Nivia, what is your idea?
Well, I was saying to help like people who are suffering from many situations.
So you are saying the answer for why, right? So
Yeah.
for example, like if there is a natural disaster like floods or drought, or there is a hurricane, or there is a wildfire, right? So at that time, we need to help the people, right? So that is why we raise money for the charity. And for one, it is quite simple to help these people, right? So that is the reason why people do raise money for charity, right? Okay, so we'll move to reading part. Charity fetes are often held in the village and pertain during the summer. Read about the games to play at a charity fete and choose one of them and draw a picture to illustrate it. So can you do that? So you have to read this and you have to draw a picture to illustrate it. So you can choose one of them that you like, and you have to draw the illustration for how the game is played. So can you do that?
Do we have to send it to you?
Of course, we have to send it in the Bible group, and then we can chat together in the group, not individually. So you have to draw that you like in the book, and you have to take picture, and you can send in the group so everyone can see your illustration. Okay, so we can judge whether you're good at drawing or not. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm stuck at drawing.
Whatever. So you can draw whatever. Okay, so we can check here in the Bible and whose illustration is that. Okay. So we'll look at who is good at drawing things or describing things. Okay. So first you have to read this and you have to choose one of your favorite games and you have to illustrate that. Okay.
Yay, I'm doing.
Okay.
Do I need to draw the people too?
Daniel, what did you ask to me?
Do I need to draw the people too?
If you want to.
No, I don't want to.
If you don't want, it's okay. It depends on how you will describe that game. So it is up to you. So have you finished reading about the games?
Yes, Chair.
So now you're drawing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you finish drawing, please send in the group, okay? Not to me. You have to send in the group so everyone can see, okay?
You're humiliating.
Do we really have to do
No,
that?
it is fun. You guys are quite sleepy right now, right? So you have to draw and then you can see other people's drawing so your eyes can be a little bit wider, right? Because you have to
Fine,
judge.
whatever.
Teacher,
Yes?
can you just draw the humans as stickmans?
It is up to you to me. It is up to you. So you can describe whatever you want about the game. You can only draw people just like that, like, you know. Okay, so these are the people. So you can draw like that. You don't need to draw in detail. You just have to give the illustration how this game is played. That's it. That's all. So when you finish, send into the Viber group. Okay, I got one from so this is couple hands illustration.
Why are you streaming like that? Why? Oh my god, never
So
mind.
everyone can see. So it's really good, right? So okay, so yes, it's a good illustration, right? So just like you have to draw like that. Okay, so double hands finished. Okay, great. Okay, I got another one from Kingston. Okay, that's also set race. Okay. Okay, so you guys illustrate set race, right? Kingston and double hand. Finished. Okay. Okay, so this is Lwin's illustration. That is apple popping. Yes. You're really good at drawing, Lwin.
I'm really bad at drawing eyes, so it looks very creepy.
So you can draw, and I can imagine how it is played. So the apples are floating in the water, and you even draw the human being. So yeah.
To be
you're really
honest,
good at this.
everything is good except from the eyes.
Yeah, I think so. You have to ask. Okay, and this one is from Kingston, right?
Yes, here is mine.
And it's yours, and your illustration is about a coconut shell, right? Am I right? Kingston,
Yeah, there's a
that is coconut
description.
shell, right? Okay. So that is coconut shy. So I got like 3 different games: coconut shy, apple bobbing, and start race. Okay. Any more? Okay, I got one. Okay, that is also start race. Okay. Your human beings are really cute there.
Everything was fun until like people see how I draw.
Okay, whatever. So we can see, right? We can imagine how that game is played. So that is also start race. Okay. Okay, I got one more, and this is from Daniel, right? And that is beans in the jars, right? Okay, and beans and the jars and the human, you can see. Okay. So, okay, so that is another game, right? Beans in the jar. Yes. Okay, how about the rest of you? Okay, I got one from Hyunmo. Okay, so that is okay. That is also apple problem, right? Okay, I can see.
Yes,
So that is human, right? A
Yeah.
jar, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's apple floating in the water. Okay. Okay, great. Any more? Okay, I got one from Kiki.
I sent again.
Okay, so there is only, okay, so you draw very well. There is a jar, right? And there are beans. Okay, you're very detailed about the jar. Okay, you're pretty good at drawing. And Sudana, okay. Okay, that is apple popping, right? Okay, so apple.
Yeah,
so
I have no idea how to draw a human, so
it's okay. So that is human. We can guess, right? So as long as we can guess, it is okay for us. Okay, so that is also apple popping. Okay, I got one from Sudano, and that is apple popping. Sudano,
Yes.
is it apple popping or human popping?
Yeah.
Actually, the people are outside the jar, right? But it looks like the people are also in the jar and they are catching the apple, right? Okay, whatever. So that is apple popping. And is there any more? I need more artists. Any more? Okay, I got one from James, right? Okay, James, you take a lot of time to draw this. Okay, that is also apple bobbing, right? Okay, apple bobbing, and there is human. Okay, so that is from James, and I got, I think, okay, so it's okay, James. We still can guess what kind of game is that, so it is still okay. So how about the rest? You can show off your drawing skills here. So that's it. Okay, I got one from Vincent. Okay, so it's coconut shine. Okay, that is coconut shine. So they are coconuts, right? And the ball and the human. Okay, and I got another one from Ethan. Okay, Ethan. Okay, can you take? Okay, so that is beans in a jar, right?
Yes, Jay.
Okay, you have good imagination to describe the game. So these are the beans in a jar and the numbers. Okay, so good imagination. Okay, so is there any more? Any more artists? I think I got enough illustration here. So how do you think, who can draw the best illustration here about the games? How do you think, guys?
One thing I know is I'm at the how do I say, bottom. I'm the worst.
Whose illustration? Daniel?
No, I mean like mine is the worst.
Teacher.
Yes.
I am in my anchor house, so I can draw it.
Oh, you can't draw. Okay, it's okay then. Okay, so I think I got enough illustration. I mean, I'm the worst. No, you're not the worst. You're not the worst, Daniel. Don't worry. So you guys try your best to give the illustration of the games, right? So okay, thank you everyone for giving illustration. Give me Actually, you don't know the words, Daniel. You also did great. So it is okay. So you know it, much about the games, right? You know how to play it. So if you have a chance, which game do you want to try?
No.
Beans in the jar.
Beans
Coconut
in the
shy.
jar. Huh?
Coconut shy.
Coconut shy. Okay. Beans in the jar.
Sacred.
Sorry. You
Yeah,
can
because it's
spell
probably
over
the easiest
it.
one.
Okay, so great. How about the others? If you have a chance to play one of the games from here, which game do you want to play?
Apple bobbing.
Apple bobbing. Okay. I don't think I can catch one. Okay. So whatever. So we'll move to number 2. Walk with a partner and take turns to explain the game to your partner without looking at the text. Remember to use the correct modal box. Look at the use of English box on page number 125. And your partner can correct you and ask questions about any details that you forget. Okay. So can you guys close your book, please? Did you close your book now?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, then I will ask how the game is played. So I will give the name of the game and you have to explain how to play that game without looking at the text. Okay? Do you remember? Okay, so you have to explain as much as you remember. Okay? So I will go with Itizado first. So she says she can, right? So Itizado, can you explain how to play apple bobbing?
Apple bobbing. So there's gonna be a huge jar filled with water, and then there are gonna be a lot of apples floating there. So the participants cannot use their hands, and they have to take out bite or something the apples with their teeth, just only with their teeth.
You have to catch the apple only with our teeth, and that will be floating in the water, right?
Yes.
Okay, correct. It is not. So can you choose next one, next person? And you can also ask the game to them.
Daniel.
Yeah.
The coconut shy.
How to play coconut shy?
To be honest, I didn't read that.
Why don't you read it, Daniel?
It's easy.
I just read the bean in a jar. That's why.
So you don't remember how to play a coconut shy, right?
No.
No. Okay. So how about beans in the jar?
Yeah, coconut what?
Coconut shy.
Oh, what is that?
That is the name of the game, the coconut shy. You read it, right? That is just the name of the game, a coconut shy, right? So Daniel, as you don't know how to play coconut shy, how about beans in the jar? Do you know how to play it?
You have to count the beans and put it in a jar, and you have to how do I say? Remember the beans, and another person will how do I say? Another person will.
They have to guess the number of the beans, right?
Yeah.
And they have to guess the nearest, not exactly the same, right? Not the exact number. Okay. So Daniel, you can choose next one.
Ikido.
Ikido, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can choose again to ask her. Daniel.
Wait, I forgot the names. Literally, I forgot everything. I have short-term memory.
So you don't remember the name of the game, right?
Oh. Pin the tail on the donkey. Pin the tail on the donkey.
Okay, pin the tail on the donkey. So it is a, can you explain how to play the game?
To play the game, you have to pin the donkey picture to the wall or notice board, and you will be blindfolded, and you will guess you will have to like spin for like 5 times, so you will be dizzy and you won't be remember what direction you are facing, and you just predict where will be the donkey, pin the donkey down, and you win.
Okay, so you remember everything if you go. Okay, thank you. So can you choose the last person, and you also have to choose the game to ask on.
Hey, that's.
Hey, Benson.
Okay.
So if you go, give him a name of the game to explain.
A coconut shell.
A coconut shell.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, in that game, there will be like coconuts. That will be, it has a stand on it. It will be like several meters away from you. And you have a shooting point with a ball or something. You have to shoot a coconut from that. If you hit one coconut or all of them, you get a prize. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. So you remember how to play a coconut shell, right?
Yes, I only read that, so yeah.
I only read it, really? So you are really lucky, right? ain't that sweet? Okay. Okay, so we'll move to listening this time, okay? So listen to a conversation and what event is about to take place. So you just have to answer this question only. So listen to the conversation and answer this question. What event is about to take place? Okay, so are you guys ready? I'll play it, okay?
Wait.
Wait, okay. I will wait. Okay.
Mrs. Oakman?
Yes, Steve. What is it now?
Where would you like this table?
Oh, put it over there. It doesn't really matter. This fete is going to be a disaster anyway.
Oh, why?
Why? Well, look at those black clouds.
Well, I'll put the table down here then.
Nobody will come when they see the weather. We'll never make any money on a day like this. Ah, Major Fortescue, how nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Linda. I say, it's looking marvellous. I think this is going to be a great success. You've got all the stalls set out beautifully.
Oh, thank you, Major. How kind.
Now, they say it's going to rain, but that can be an advantage.
How true.
A couple of years ago, we did very well indeed, in spite of the terrible weather.
Yes, I remember.
People like a nice hot cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like today, and that raises a lot of money.
How right you are. That's right. On a hot day, they just drink water, which they bring themselves.
Did you get the answer?
Is there a tea party?
Huh?
Is there a tea party or what?
No. So how about the others? Have you got the answers?
The charity fete.
Yes, a charity fete. This fete is going to be a disaster. She said like that, right? So a fete, a charity fete is going to happen or going to take place. So got it? Danielle? Okay, so we'll move to number 4 as you have to listen again. So listen again and answer these questions. So there are altogether 7 questions here. So read the question first. After that, I will play again, okay, to answer the questions. Tell me when you finish reading the questions. So did you finish reading the questions here? Hello?
Yes, Jeff.
So did you finish reading the questions?
Yes.
So I'll play.
Yes, yeah.
Track 29.
Mrs. Oakman,
Yes, Steve. What is it now?
where would you like this table?
Oh, put it over there. It doesn't really matter. This fate is going to be a disaster anyway.
Oh, why?
Why? Well, look at those black clouds.
Well, I'll put the table down here then.
Nobody will come when they see the weather. We'll never make any money on a day like this. Ah, Major Fortescue, how nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Linda. I say, it's looking marvellous. I think this is going to be a great success. You've got all the stalls set out beautifully.
Oh, thank you, Major. How kind.
Now, they say it's going to rain, but that can be an advantage.
How true.
A couple of years ago, we did very well indeed, in spite of the terrible weather.
Yes, yes, I remember.
People like a nice hot cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like today, and that raises a lot of money.
How right you are. That's right. On a hot day, they just drink water, which they bring themselves.
So did you get all the answers?
I guess, but no, I will let you listen again.
Okay, so do I need to play it again to check your answers?
Yes.
Okay, it's better.
Track 29.
Mrs. Oakman,
Yes, Steve. What is it now?
where would you like this table?
Oh, put it over there. It doesn't really matter. This fate is going to be a disaster anyway.
Oh, why?
Why? Well, look at those black clouds.
Well, I'll put the table down here then.
Nobody will come when they see the weather. We'll never make any money on a day like this. Ah, Major Fortescue, how nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Linda. I say, it's looking marvellous. I think this is going to be a great success. You've got all the stalls set out beautifully.
Oh, thank you, Major. How kind.
Now, they say it's going to rain, but that can be an advantage.
How true.
A couple of years ago, we did very well indeed, in spite of the terrible weather.
Yes, yes, I remember.
People like a nice hot cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like today, and that raises a lot of money.
How right you are. That's right. On a hot day, they just drink water, which they bring themselves.
So did you get the answers?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we'll discuss number one first. What does Steve ask Mrs. Oakman about?
Where do you put the table?
Where do you put the table?
Where would you like the tables, right? So where does he put the tables? So he is asking questions, right? Where does he put the table there? Okay, so how about number two? Describe Mrs. Oakman's attitude to Steve according to her tone of voice.
Impolite.
Impolite and
Impatient.
yes, impatient. We can also say she is not patient with him, right? So impatient and impolite. Yeah, yes, we can say like that. So how about three? Why does Mrs. Oakman say the event is going to be a disaster?
Because of
It's
the
gonna
weather.
rain.
Because of the weather and no one's
Yes,
gonna
because
come.
of the weather and
Yeah.
you see what did she see on the sky?
Black clouds.
Yes, a black
Black
cloud.
clouds.
Black clouds.
Black cloud is coming, so it's going to be a heavy rain. That's why she thinks the event is going to be a disaster and no one will come, right? So number four, what happened 2 years ago?
They did very well in spite of the bad weather.
Yes. So that fate was a successful, right? Despite the bad weather. Yes. And how about 5? One can bad weather be an advantage for an event like this?
Because people will buy a cup of tea and some cakes when it's raining, but when it's not raining, they're just gonna drink the water.
Yes, that is why they can sell more tea and more cake. So it can make a lot of money for them, right? So that is why the bad weather can be advantage for them, right? Okay, so how about number 6? How will you describe Mrs. Altman's attitude for Major Fortescue?
Friendly and polite.
Friendly and polite, and she also has good impression for him, right? So
Yeah.
he impressed her, yes. Sorry, she impressed him. And for the last one, what is the difference between Mrs. Altman's attitude at the beginning of the conversation and in the end?
At the beginning, she didn't think that they would be able to make good money, but then in the end, she think it will be a success.
Yes, in the end, her opinion changed because of the major, right? So she thinks that will be a success again, right? So everyone happy for all the answers for number 4?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
then I'm gonna stop here. So is there any question for today's lesson?
No,
No.
No, sure.
And you also have a homework, okay? And you have to submit that to me on next week, Tuesday, okay?
Okay, Chair. Bye, Chair. See you next week, Chair. Bye bye.
Okay.
No,
So
Chair,
I'm
I
gonna
just
stop
kidding.
here. So bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, Chair.
Bye, Chair. Have a good day.
Bye, Chair.
Bye,
Okay.
Bye, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
Bye.
Bye, Chair.
Bye-bye.